Welcome to another episode of the Pierce Brothers. Today we're doing our second firing line video. So we're going to do, I guess the purpose of these videos is to help showcase different guns and get a variety of opinions on each gun, you know, because some of us haven't shot any of these that we brought. And so this is a great opportunity to kind of see a new gun that's in production and get some insights from 5 different people on that gun. So we did our first one a few weeks ago, so go watch that if you haven't already. And I guess we'll start. We're going to work our way with Dad down to Will and briefly just say the model of the gun. We'll give more details though as we shoot them on the range. So Dad, what gun did you bring?
I brought this Ruger produced Marlin model 1894. This is a kind of a classic rifle. They been in production since 1969 on and off, but we'll talk more about that in a minute.
I brought a Glock 43X, just a little single stack 9mm pistol. And I stole it from my wife.
I brought I know Jake brought a Glock. What?
Yeah.
I brought my SIG P365 Legion. Pretty new gun. It just came out early this year. So I'm a big 365 fan, but I'm curious to see what all these other guys think of them.
I brought my CZ 75 SP01 tactical. Anyways, yeah, Desert Tan.
I brought my Winchester Model 12 trench gun. You've seen me bring this on a few times on the channel before, but should be fun. So
Now that is an older gun that's not really available anymore, obviously, but we'll talk about why that is still a current gun you can get, and we'll mention where you can get it. So let's move into some shooting.
So I've got a new Ruger produced Marlin model 1894. I've shot this gun actually quite a bit. It has some significant changes from previous models. Marlin originally introduced this in 1969, and of course it was a continuation of the model 1894 that they'd produced originally in 1894, but of course with modern features and modern steels and modern cartridges such as the 44 mag. The only thing I've done is put a Skinner aperture rear sight on this, an express brass, very good sight. Allows accurate shooting. I have to compliment Ruger. They've done a very good job on this rifle. One thing one thing that they did that I've been working with them for literally 30 years to do, and I've done tons of testing and shared that data with them, was to change the barrel twist rate to a 1 in 20 inch. And I've already been getting reports from other people that have read my articles and so forth that this is the most accurate 44 mag rifle they've ever shot, and so forth and so on. This one, interestingly, took a while to kind of break in, but they're using a good hammer forged barrel on it that Ruger manufactures. One couple of things I really like about the 94s: the actions are tight, they're compact. I love the looks of the flat bolt, but I also like the fact that it keeps dirt and debris out, unlike the 336s and other lever guns that allows, you know, dirt and debris. It's a very closed action, and of course the solid top receiver allows scope mounting if you want. Great rifles. So we'll shoot this. We're meeting at a kind of a neutral place up here today, and I actually should have grabbed some 44 mag ammo, and I did not. I grabbed some 44 specials, which it's set up to feed those. This one is actually the old Lyman 429 421 Keith bullet. Modest charge of Alliant Power pistol powder in there, and pleasant to shoot, but it also this gun shoots very well with full power loads, jacketed or cast bullets. So let me get my earplugs in here, and away we will go. There you go. Good solid American made gun, walnut stock, blue steel, kind of like they were made many years ago, but they do shoot very well.
Okay guys, my turn to shoot the Marlin produced Marlin 1894. So we'll see how I like it. Pretty nice rifle. It's trigger's just a little bit heavy, but yeah, I like it.
All right, I'm Joe. It's funny, I've been actually toying with buying one of these new Ruger made ones in 45 Colt, so we'll see how I like the 44 mag. Pretty sweet rifle, definitely like that. Yeah, action is nice and smooth. I love that Skinner sight on there. That definitely makes a good improvement in my opinion. I love a good peep sight, so yeah, smooth shooting rifle.
So what am I supposed to do?
Shoot it and tell us what you think of it.
All right, I'm Porter. Gonna see how this 44 mag works. So anyways, I've always been a big fan of the Skinner sights. I got one on a 444 of my own. I need to do a video on that one of these days actually, but not today. All right, let's see. Well, the action does run smooth. The trigger pull's not bad. I mean, it's heavy, but that's typical of all new guns. But anyways, so yeah, but I like it. I don't have the money to buy one right now at the moment, but anyways, so maybe in the future.
It's supposed to be 5 or 6, right? Oh well, it's Dad's ammo. Oh. That was weird.
You just gotta lever it hard.
Okay. Not bad. Kind of kept sticking in the bottom just because I guess I wasn't going either hard enough or all the way, but nice gun. Yeah, kind of sticks right there in the middle if you don't go all the way or hard enough. So only issue I had.
Okay, so I think what Will was feeling right there was hang on, that Keith bullet in a 44 Special's got a little bit of a shoulder right there, and that's what was hanging up on him. And it doesn't do it in the 44 mag, but if it had been a typical round nose style bullet in the 44 Special, wouldn't have done that. But the rest of us, it just was very slight, and as long as you ran that lever like like you normally would, it doesn't hang up. But this gun has about probably between 1,000 and 1,200 rounds through it. I've never cleaned it, so it's probably time. A lot of what they're filling a little bit is bullet lube and so forth build up in there. This gun has a MSRP of about $12.39. I think they're just now starting to become more readily available. The demand's been very high on them. Ruger's done very well. They're out now with a 357 Trapper carbine, which we'll review very quickly here on these on this video, so stay tuned with us. Anyway, great little rifle.
Okay guys, so today I brought out my wife's Glock 43X. These are a 9mm single stack, meant for kind of like concealed carry mostly. There are aftermarket magazines if you want to buy those, and I think they hold like 15 or something. I don't know why Glock couldn't have done that, but from the factory. But yeah, 10 rounds. They're really comfortable in the hand, pretty nice and slim. Street price is probably somewhere in the $400 to $450. I didn't even look it up, but probably somewhere around there. So this one's pretty much completely stock. Sights, trigger, everything's stock on it. So we'll shoot it and see how it goes. Well, it shoots like a Glock. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
All right, so 43X. I have one, my personal, one of my carry guns is a 43X with the MOS deal. So I have a red dot on there and that. Something I like to do to my Glocks is I'll stipple the grip, and usually like a red dot, so I'm that red dot guy. But mine also, we did a full review on it, go check it out. We talked about the Shield Arms magazines that Jake mentioned with a 15 round capacity, or increased round capacity. They're a steel mag as well, so they're a little better than the Glock mags. But this gun, like Jake said, is just stock, no upgrades. So yeah, and I think street price, like Jake said, around $450, but they make a pretty decent little carry gun. There you have it. They're really not that snappy for being a little shorty. If you like a longer slide, the Glock 48 has a slightly longer barrel. It has the same barrel length as a Glock 19, but that 43X is great for appendix carry. Yeah, pretty sweet little gun and very affordable. So,
all right, we're from Pierce Brothers gonna try out this Glock. It's a little awkward for a lefty to try and hit that, but yeah, I like it. For a little concealed carry type gun, it definitely, you know, it's a Glock, has a terrible trigger, but it's lightweight, so I guess that's kind of one of the main things you're looking for in a concealed carry gun. Short, compact, thin. You know, for me, this is my typical like summer attire. It's hard for me to be able to conceal carry something without someone seeing it. So I usually use like a belly band or something where I can just unsnap one button and have it right inside, and it actually carries fairly well. But no, that works pretty good. So.
Well, I don't shoot Glocks that often, so we'll see how this goes. Ha, missed. Once I figured out where it was hitting, I was doing better, but it's just small. Like, I don't know how I feel about it.
So we got a Glock 43X, 9mm. Cool little gun. Actually, the size is important to understand. It's very concealable. Most people complain about Glocks being too wide. This one's very, very narrow, easy to control here. Should fit most any hands. But let's just run a few through it and see what it does. Yeah, interesting. It's very pleasant actually to shoot. It's typical Glock fit and quality. Should be a very popular concealed carry gun. Lightweight. I don't know what that weighs, but yeah, that's a cool little Glock.
Alright guys, I'm next here. So we've got my SIG P365 AXG Legion. It's an all metal gun. It's got G10 grips that are removable. It's got a mag well, an integrated compensator in the slide. Typical 365 trigger in that. It takes the macro size magazines for the P365, so you basically get a full round or full size gun capacity in a nice compact package. One thing of note with this gun is that when you have the magazine fully loaded and you insert, it's pretty difficult to run the slide. not overly difficult, but it is harder than just a typical gun. It does have a Picatinny rail, which is great. It makes it more compatible with other lights and things, that you don't have to get a specialized light for the rail that the other 365s have. So having that Picatinny rail is nice. The trigger, I'll go slow for a few rounds. It's nice crisp break, and it has a nice crisp reset as well. So there it is. It is also optics cut. It's cut for the Shield RMSC footprint. The slide release is an extended slide release, so it's a little thicker than most of the other 365 slide releases. The sights on it, it has a blacked out rear night sight and then a high vis green front sight, but they are night sights. So kind of a premium gun, I guess. It's retail. They're about 1,200 bucks street price, so they're not cheap, but being the fan of the 365 that I am, I had to have one. And this is by far my favorite version of the 365.
Make sure I got that in there all the way. All right, Porter from the Pierce Brothers, gonna test out Joe's SIG. Well, it runs nice and smooth. It's just heavy enough to reduce that muzzle flip a little bit. No, I kind of like it. It's kind of a nice little gun. I never thought I'd say that about a SIG. I hate SIGs. You know, anyways, so that's that.
I don't think I've ever actually shot a SIG before, so we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully better than the Glock, which... Okay. I kind of like that actually, which doesn't recoil too much, but yeah.
Brian Pierce for the Pierce Brothers. Is going to try this new Glock 365.
SIG.
They've been out with this with 365 for several years now. Been a very, very popular and successful gun. SIG really nailed it with it. The grip shape, the size, the weight, and the capacity. This is, of course, round mags. Let's just see how it shoots. I've never handled or shot this gun before, so let's see. Boy, that's really comfortable. That's you don't even notice the recoil. I like the shape of that grip instantly. They've rounded it well. Got some serrations on that so it doesn't move. You don't feel like you're slippery or gonna slide on you. Yeah, very nice gun. The trigger's flat. That's the first thing I felt, which some people prefer them rounded, but I found that real comfortable shoot. It was very positive feeling on my finger, but that's a very well thought out gun.
Okay, so I'm here shooting Joe's piece of junk SIG. So I have not shot this gun before, so we'll see how it goes. Off the bat, I will say very comfortable grip, kind of comparable to that Glock 43X, nice and slim. I do always have liked the SIG Legion sights, so that's cool. So we'll see how this goes. Definitely has a pretty good trigger on it in comparison to the Glock. You know, definitely lighter, you know, I would say. Capacity's another big plus for it. Things I don't like is that compensator. I was getting some concussion back in the face, so if you don't like compensators, this probably isn't the model for you. Let's see. I like the texturing. Yeah. Price, I don't know if I like the price either. That slide is also really hot, so I've noticed that with compensated guns, that side's actually pretty hot. So I can't actually grab it and rack it from the front here. So other than that, I mean, pretty nice little gun. All right, Porter from the Fierce Brothers. Today I got my CZ75 SP01 Tactical. Just standard size, threaded barrel, ambidextrous hammer decocker, and then it is double action, and then it's single action from there. So that's one of the nice things about it. Also, because I'm a lefty, I switched the magazine. Anyways, I switched it from left side to right side. Anyways, I can't speak today. Anyways, well, let's go ahead and get it shooting. So get my plugs in. All right, we'll get everyone else's thoughts too.
Well, again, another gun I haven't shot before, so let's see how this goes. I actually like that a lot more than I thought I was going to, which... Yeah, it's pretty smooth, which it's a lot lighter than I was expecting, not a whole lot of recoil, so I think out of the three pistols, I like this one the best, honestly. Which
Brian Pierce with the Pierce Brothers, CZ75. This is actually Porter's gun. I've actually shot this before. I've tested it at longer ranges, 200 yards and beyond. Very accurate gun, shot very well. One thing that Will was noticing when he was shooting it is the comfort and all that. Part of that comes from the weight of it. A minute ago we were shooting the Glock 43, very light gun designed for concealment. This is more of an open carry, or Porter often uses this as a truck gun, but it's a very accurate gun. So it's well made. CZ's been making these a long time now, and they've got a very good record. So let me get my plugs in here and we'll go at it. In my opinion, the best trigger of the bunch. Easier to stay on target. Again, I've shot this at long range, and you know it's suitable for small game, 50, 100 yards. You can actually hit stuff with it. So it's more of a field gun than what we've been working with here so far this morning. So good gun.
Okay, my turn to shoot Porter's piece of junk CZ75. This is the SP01. I believe they call this the urban gray color, so it's kind of more of a grayish color. So Porter's skimping out on ammo. He's only giving us 10 rounds, so we'll see how this goes. He also has a setup for a lefty, so you can swap the mag release either side. So I'm not sure if somebody's mentioned that before, but I've got quite a bit of trigger time on CZs, and they're pretty nice guns. They shoot really well, so yeah, no surprise this one does the same.
All right, I'm Joe, and I also have shot CZs quite a bit. I I would like to test that double action mode because I'm not usually very good at those. So with double action, single action guns, you either love them or you hate them. I really don't mind them. I'm just, that first shot gets me sometimes. Let me try that double action again. Actually, that double action is pretty smooth. There you have it. The sights are kind of those higher sights. They are night sights, it looks like. That trigger's pretty smooth, definitely nice and easy to shoot. As far as double action guns go, that's a great option in my opinion. I really do like that double action pull of that one. We'll decock it here just so you can kind of see. Very smooth throughout, and it's not a very long pull on that. So yeah, another great gun. The biggest downside to me is just the weight. You'd want to have a good holster that really straps that into you if you're going to carry it a lot. But yeah, very awesome gun.
Okay. So I'm Will. The gun I brought today is a Winchester Model 12 trench gun. Yeah, the company that is currently making these is called Bull Creek Arms in Idaho, I believe. But yeah, today we're going to show both just like the normal pump action as well as the slam firing. I did bring enough ammo so everyone can do that today, so hopefully we can see how it goes for everyone. But we'll start with just a normal pump, then I'll go to slam fire. Okay, we'll reload it real quick. Okay, just finished reloading, and for those of you who don't know what slam firing is, basically, as soon as I pump the first time, I'm gonna hold down the trigger and just continually pumping, and it'll automatically fire off the next round. It just continuously do so. So here's a demonstration. We'll see how well it captures on camera. Oh. It slipped. But yeah, that's slam firing.
Yep.
Okay guys, so shooting Will's Winchester Model 12 trench gun conversion. Like you said, these are currently available from Bull Creek Arms in northern Idaho. So if you want one, you can check them out. They also make Model 97 trench gun conversions as well. So, but they basically just get old, beat up, most of the time converted or something wrong with them, Model 12s or Model 97s. Go over them completely, replace any worn parts, make sure everything's in spec, and do of course the trench gun conversions. So, you know, adding sling swivels, the heat shield, yeah. So they're pretty cool little shotguns. So if you want a trench gun for a shooter and don't want to pay the price for original guns, definitely check them out. Price? 18, around 18. So they're not cheap, but much better than some of the Chinese clones that were coming in a while back. So if you've never shot a Model 12, you definitely need to go get yourself one because they're very smooth, classic shotguns.
Brian Pierce with the Pierce Brothers, gonna shoot a Winchester Model 12 trench gun, been converted to a replica gun, if you will, but it is an original Winchester. Back in the day, this was the pump gun. Then the Remington A70 come by, and of course was much less costly to manufacture. That happened in 1950, but these guns are true classics. So well machined. They were very, very revered in their day. It's too bad that they're not. Oh, that's giving me trouble there. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Still not. It's too bad they're still not being made. But anyway, cool gun. Very cool gun. Well, it runs awfully smooth. I know we rave about a lot of the new modern pumps, but that one runs smooth. So, cool gun.
All right, here we go. Let's see how the old trench gun does. Maybe I'll hip fire. Yeah, that's a pretty cool gun. That heat shield definitely helps because that barrel is pretty toasty. Yeah, kind of a old classy gun that you can still get from those guys up in North Idaho. So if you're wanting something that's not as expensive as the originals, but nice, good shooter you can use, that's a good option.
Gonna shoot this shotgun of Will's, so I don't know what that was all about.
You have to release your thumb kind of weird to get that thing to catch.
I don't know if I like the way that loads, but all right. Yeah, here we go. I don't know if I like the way that works, but the feature of those is that they have to go forward and everything. But anyways, well, it's kind of a fun gun. I like my 870 better, but it's still a cool old gun. So
Well, that does it for this episode of the Firing Line. We all got to shoot everybody else's guns and try some different models that some of us haven't fired before. It's always interesting how different people like certain features of one gun versus the next. But yeah, this is always fun, going out and trying different guns, and gives other people insight into what they might be most interested in purchasing. So, and you also, Joe, with a Patreon channel.
Yeah, we just launched our Patreon, so if you want to help support the channel, join there. We're new to it, so give us some time as we figure out all the details of it, and we'll have chats, and it's going to be kind of like a social media for us where we can post pictures and things, and we'll have a chat room where you guys can ask questions, talk, and that'll be Dad's pretty much his only platform for social media. So
All right, you guys.
if you want to see sneak peeks of some of Dad's cool collection, that's a good spot to do it. But yeah, again, you know, it's new to us, so we're figuring out features and that on there, and learning the ins and outs, so to say, of that. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for watching. We really appreciate the support and the views and the comments, the interaction. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, see you next time. Thank
Yep.
you.